Hey everyone, it's the Crypto Diet, and in this video I'm going to talk about Solana, everyone's most regrettable coin. What do I mean by that? Well, I think most people fit in one of two camps with Solana. They either saw it moving in the bear market and coming out of the bear market in July going to August and decided how much higher can this thing go, or they bought Solana and thought it wasn't going to go much higher, ended up selling. For me, I'm on the latter. I ended up buying Solana and I sold it for about 100 Australian dollars, which is about 70 American dollars give or take. So I left a lot of profits on the table. Did not think it was going to have the impact that it ended up having, but holy crap, Solana is an amazing coin. And if there ever was a Ethereum killer, this would probably be it, or the closest thing to an Ethereum killer if you believe Ethereum can't be killed. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Solana's fundamentals, whether or not it has a chance to beat Ethereum, and I'm going to look at the charts, of course, because you know me, I'm a chart guy. So we can see how much projects are being used by Solana to some sort of magnitude, and there are just so many here. Now, the thing is though, how many of you can name what these are without doing a Google search? I can see Arweave here. I probably can't see much, to be honest, that I could be familiar with straight away. I know you guys who are more into the fundamentals may know them more than I. What I'm trying to get at is that Solana still has a lot of growth in this space where it's building, and it's done insane growth just in this quarter alone, and I expect that to continue in 2022 and 2023. Solana is here to stay. I mean, when you see this many projects being built on a network, you know you're doing something right. We know that Solana has the fastest network that we currently have at the moment, and it's very, very cheap and affordable. So it's for a lot of the community or retail investors such as myself who want to get into NFTs without having to pay for those crazy gas fees on the Ethereum network. The thing is though, can Solana maintain this when ETH 2.0 comes out? I think most people would say yes, this is how it's going to be. You're going to have multiple layer ones, all building bridges with one another, all communicating with each other, having their own NFTs and things like that. And Solana is the first coin to really be the next Ethereum in terms of just having that mass appeal and projects being built. How does Ethereum look like? Well, here it is. You can see that it's got its own fair share of networks, and you know them very well. You know SushiSwap, you know Alchemy, you know Matic, you know Yearn's Finance. Well, I do anyway. We know 1inch, we know Oasis. We know all of these projects being built on the Ethereum network, and that's because Ethereum has had years and years to build that up. They've done a phenomenal job of getting developer support on their network. Now, you might say to yourself, which developer would want to hang around on the Ethereum network? Well, the thing about the Ethereum network is that it actually has a lot of institutional investors. Why institutional? Because you've got a deflationary token in Ethereum. More Ethereum is being burned. I think last time I checked, it was about 1 million Ethereum has been burned up to this date since they launched it. Not only that, but Ethereum is not much more risky than Bitcoin. It's more risky, but I don't think by much. I don't have the exact math, but it wouldn't be by much. But your returns are much better than Bitcoin. So institutions are able to see these and say, okay, we've got slightly more risk than Bitcoin and we'll get better returns than Bitcoin, or much more better returns than Bitcoin. Why not just invest in Ethereum? And it's also deflationary. I mean that years down the track, Ethereum could really balloon in price. And that's why you have so much institutional investing or eyes on it. We've got Engine here, another one. And this is going to be a very key component to Ethereum progression in the future, is that deflationary token moving forward. Where does this put Solana in the scheme of things? Well, I don't think Solana is going to overtake Ethereum in second in market cap. I just want to be clear on that. I just think Ethereum, for all the hate that it gets, it's still widely being used, and once Ethereum 2.0 comes out, it will have most of its issues solved by it. But there still obviously will be a place for Solana. I think we're starting to see that we need multiple layer ones. So Solana is definitely a buy for me and will definitely be here to stay. So how does Solana look like on a chart? Well, you can see I've got my 50% Michael Bazzino fib tool, and you can see why this tool is so amazing, because if you look closer, you can see we pretty much hit 50% bang on right there on the 18th of November. So probably about a week ago, you could have got Solana at its 50% target. You might have not been up much by then. You know, you'd probably be looking at 11%, but you've got Solana going into the bull run, and that is a very, very strong bull to have on your side. If we go to the major 50%, very hard for it to go to its 50% mark. Your last chance to get at its major 50% probably would have been on the 21st of September. And if you did that, 80% up. So these are the strong coins for you. They are easy to double your money or get a 50% return, and that's okay. What I always tell people is that as long as you're making returns consistently, that will outperform the people who are getting the big returns. I would much rather take a smaller return but be more consistent, and I will overtake the person making those big returns but not as consistent. And this is why people love networks like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, because they're safe investments. They're really good ways to increase your value or your net worth with relatively small risk. Draw my trend line here as well. You can see that Solana does not like to test support very often. We very rarely touch this trend line. So we touched it there, and we almost tested it on the 18th of November, but very rarely do we test. So Solana is one of those coins, if you can be patient enough and get your price target, this is a wait and hold, because this coin, like I said, does not test support often. And we're here pretty much hit 45 on the RSI. So that basically means that Solana is probably going up. We can start to see that we're moving towards up now. Volume has dried up. So I expect Solana to start moving quite substantially, moving very, very, very soon. If this video helped, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'm always keen to hear you guys in the comment section. Let's get the comment section going. Most of my videos don't have many comments. I know I'm a small YouTuber, but give me feedback. Do you like these videos? Are there any coins that you want me to cover? Anything like that. But I think Solana is a fantastic coin, but it is a very, very tough coin to get in at a good price point because it doesn't like to dip. And when it does, not for very long. So until then, I will see you in the next video.